Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. When I was in, obviously the last video that I made was at European Experience, and I told you that I bought some things there. One of the things that I bought is what we're going to be installing today, which is the, there we go, let's do that right. Alright, the BFI GS, I believe this is the GS1 black anodized, which is just full black aluminum shift knob for the Mark 7 GTI. So without further ado, let's get this guy. Why can't I do this right? Thank you, Black Forest Industries, and let's go ahead and install this part. First of all, I just want to give a quick shout out. Before we install this, I want to give a quick shout out to Dan and the rest of the team there that was at European Experience this past couple of weeks, I believe, yeah, last weekend, that, you know, was telling me about the product and telling me about more BFI products. You may see some more BFI products also later on down the road. You can buy them from their website or ECS Tuning. I will put the description in this below where you can pick this up for a pretty good price. Been wanting to switch out the shift knob for a while now, and the reason for it, I love the shift knob. It's a great shift knob. It has great feel. However, it's a little light. I want something a little bit heavier, and also due to the fact that I would really want something that's a little shorter so I can get my hand a little lower in the gear shifts. This is a little high up. I'm used to it by now, but I've been in other people's cars, and this is literally, this is literally a little tall for my liking. So I'm actually gonna purchase a new, got this new shift knob today, and we're gonna be looking at everything today. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and start with this. So we're gonna pull this back, and then there's two tabs right on the front here. What we could do is just push those in, and then this pops right out. So literally already got the shift boot already off of the trim piece. This looks like it's going to be pretty easy. Now the next thing that we have to worry about is here. So there's this metal ring right here that we have to remove, and also there's these little plastic clips that hold on to this whole piece, and then this is able to slide off. But first we have to loosen this guy up with like a screwdriver or something, then we'll be able to go ahead and do that. So without further ado, I'm going to set the camera down. We're going to go ahead and do it. Like I was saying before, I'm going to try to get this ring off. So basically you just have to get a screwdriver in there, a small screwdriver, and bend it to the point where it gets loose, like that. And then you should be able, that really hurt just now. Be careful, don't try to stab yourself like I just did, because that really just hurt. So now we should be able, we got it loose, but I don't think it's loose enough. So I'm gonna bend it back the other way. Alright, I think we're okay now. Alright, so let's see if we could try to lift this guy up. No, it's not, still not moving. It's like loose a little bit, but it's not. There we go. So we got it off. It takes a little bit of time. So what we're gonna do is, now we got the, didn't expect it to come off like that, but it's cool. So I didn't break anything, which is awesome. And basically you gotta squeeze these tabs in. Squeeze these tabs in here. I don't know if you can see me do this. However, you know. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see me do this. So we have to push these tabs in to pry this ring off, which we did. So it's off, it's good to go. We don't need that anymore. You won't need it again. Now what we have to do is we can pull. We should be able to, unless if there's another step, and I think there is. So we have to push these tabs open a little bit right here to be able to loosen this. So then this way we're able to get this whole piece off. So I think we could just take a screwdriver again and just you gotta pry it a little bit, but try not to break these teeth, because I think Paul was saying in this, he was telling me that, you know, he was telling on the video, basically, not me, but me and all of you, that if you break these tabs, you have to buy this whole I don't think they make this shift knob by itself. So, which means you'll probably have to buy all of this in one piece, and I'm sure that's not cheap knowing Volkswagen. So hopefully we won't have that issue. So let me do this and then I'm gonna come back. Yeah, so we have to go ahead and pry these back as much as possible. Like so. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you gotta pry each of these clips back. I don't intend on going back to the stock shifter. This feels great. I know a lot of people who've done this mod and swear on it, so I'm probably not going to go back to stock. If I did, I'll probably just have to bite the bullet and buy a whole new unit. It's not really that big of a deal. But let me get finished with this, and it doesn't matter if I'm gouging this or not. I'm not going to be using it again. This whole assembly I'm not going to be using again, so it doesn't matter. So let me go ahead and finish this up, and then I'm going to come back. So after hacking and hacking away, finally got this apart. So now, as you can see, I did a good number on this. Thing's a pain to get out. So this sits in here and this crabs onto this, and you basically can't get the shift knob off unless if you do that. So now we're moving on to the good stuff. So now we have everything is already disassembled from what we need to put the new shift knob on. So now we're installing parts. So in the bag, in the box included, is these 3 little screws. Don't lose these. I'm gonna do what JSMK7 did. I'm gonna do them over the seat, because they fall in the seat, they'll be in the seat. If you do them anywhere else, they'll be all over the place. So let's try not to lose this stuff. And they also give you an Allen key, because these go in on the sides of the shift knob. Now I'm also going to do another thing that he did, which was to adjust this on the actual shifter itself. So I can already see this is going to be shorter, and it looks like this is the lowest point that it goes. The center console. So I'm going to look at this shift knob real quick. We're actually going to put this through. Just be careful when you put it through. It's a little bit of a tough time to get it. It shouldn't be that bad actually, but you never know. So you're gonna adjust the height of where you want everything. So that's the lowest point at which it goes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna screw the ball off. So you do have that. Put the shift ball off to the side for a second. And then I have this guy straight on, as straight as possible actually, and then be able to zip tie it. And they also provide you a zip tie here. I see a lot of people not trying to use Black Forest Industries zip tie. I don't know why, but I have a feeling we're going to find out. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to thread the little screws in here first, and then when I have those in there, I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to put the zip tie on, put the shift knob on, and then put the little coin on as well. The coin is a cool little feature. I'll show you why in a second, but let me do this first, and that's it. So hang on a second, guys. Alright, so as you can see, I threaded everything. Everything's threaded in. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to choose the height. Now the way that JSMK7 did this, pretty much imitate where everything's going to land. So if you put the shift knob on, so that's pretty much where it's going to sit. I kind of like it here, because even so, yeah, I kind of like it at the lowest point. Oh, it feels so much better anyway. So I'm actually going to put it at the lowest point, and that's exactly where I'm going to set it. And what we have to do after that, we have to zip tie the bag, the boot, onto the inside so it doesn't slip off as we're driving. So I'm gonna slip this off. We're gonna do that now, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unscrew everything, and then I'm gonna put this down, tighten everything up, and then we'll be good to go. The thing that we had to do, we had to zip tie the boot to the actual shifter itself. So as you can see, it's all perfectly good. So when you take it apart, kind of looks like this. Okay, so we got the zip tie on. If we pull this up. All right, we got the zip tie on to hold the boot together. Very neat, very nice, very, very nice, very nice. And we have the shift knob to where we want it. So now all we have to do now is slide this on. It goes to the lowest point. And now all we have to do is tighten up the Allen keys. So all we have to do is tighten up these bolts on each side. Hold. Make sure it's nice and tight. Then what you want to do is you want to be able to come out and tighten some more. Remember, right side like Lucy, so don't do that. And let's back here. There. There. Okay. So we're all good and tight. Now we can go ahead and push this trim piece back down, starting with the back. Back down first. Let's move the screwdriver out of the way. Back down first, clip under, and then the other parts will clip on top. That's it. Push the boot down. Now our shift knob's installed. And I can already tell you it's actually a nice, pretty nice to hold on to. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm actually got to install one last bit first. And for this step, what you want to do, make sure you don't forget this part. Make sure this is good and tight. It's not going up or down. And then what you want to do after that is you want to go ahead and find your coin. Now the coin that I went with was a little bit different, since you guys who have Mark 7s do know that I'm a part of this page. BFI used to do this, used to have this specific coin, but then got rid of it. And when I was at the show, they informed me that they brought it back. And I was like, oh man, this is my opportunity. That's a sign that I should buy this whole shift knob, because they made this coin that I've been wanting ever since I got the car. I think it's a really nice touch. So you want to peel it back, and it's this, by the way. It's the International Mark 7 International Drivers Club, which is dope. I'm a part of that on Facebook. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stick it on. So we're going to make sure that this is straight. You want to make sure that the shift knob is nice and tight, and we're just going to lay the coin directly center. Because once you put this coin in, there's no turning back. Sweet. Oh man, I like this so much better than the stock one. Oh, this looks so good. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this looks. That looks absolutely epic. Make sure your gears are okay, which they shouldn't be anything wrong with them, but you never know. Yep, everything's fine. This shifter feels great. I like this already, and I haven't even driven the car yet. Alright guys, well this will conclude the installation of the BFI GS01 anodized black aluminum, complete aluminum shift knob. Now a lot of people are going to say, really quickly before we go, a lot of people are going to say that, oh well, it's going to burn your hand. I don't know yet. I'm testing it. Hopefully it won't. If it does, then we'll figure out a solution for that later. But I really like the way this looks. It's classy, it's subtle, it goes well. So guys, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and make sure that you share this content with everybody else. So without further ado guys, I hope you guys have a great one. Make sure you subscribe to JR14. Have a great day. Take care.